Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's video of course we are playing Forza 5, and oh boy, it's a beautiful game. And of course in today's video, as you read the title, we're gonna recreate Bumblebee from Transformers Generation 1 cartoon, or in short form as I would say G1. So it's gonna be the cartoon version, not the Bumblebee movie version 1, since the cartoon version 1 I guess both were identical, but at the end of the movie it transformed into a Chevy Camaro. So of course we're going to create the cartoon version, which of course transforms into a yellow Volkswagen Beetle. And speaking of the Beetles, it's really gonna be an honor for me to build this Beetle since we are in Mexico. And Mexico is basically, and the Volkswagen Beetle is basically the part of the culture of the Mexico. Like, it's one of the famous cars in the Mexico, and I guess people in Mexico used to call it with a nickname of Wacho, as I heard about it. And then of course if you play Forza 5, you can acquire Beetle by completing the story, or a story in the game which is known as Wacho or the Volkswagen Beetle 1, and it's a really fun story. So enough of me talking, let's get into the build, shall we? Now for this build, of course we're going to use our 1963 Volkswagen Beetle, and remember when I told you that the Volkswagen Beetle is a part of culture for the Mexico, and it's one of the really famous cars in Mexico. And of course remember when I told that it was called by a nickname known as Wacho, and it's really a great part for the family in Mexico. Like, these cars were really famous, although they were also Volkswagen Beetles taxis. You can still find them as AI cars in the game. Sadly they have been has been removed from the service, but still I kind of like how developers really add those cars as AI cars, showing the cultural side of the Mexico. So enough of my talking. So of course, as you can see, it's a Beetle. It's powered by a flat 4 engine which makes around 40 horsepower. It's nothing, but as compared to the car, which is this small, it's kind of okay, and it's kind of like a people carrier's car, or like a small compact car. So of course for engines we have the stock flat 4. Here's how it sounds. Then of course we have other swaps like L-Line 4, we got a flat 4 turbo, we got a flat 6, we got a flat 4 turbo rally, and of course we got flat 4 turbo, which is I guess our engine from us. It's an engine from Subaru WRX STL, maybe even the other Subarus. So we're gonna leave the direction stock, but I'm gonna add a turbo to it so it gets a bit more power. As for the other things, I think I'm gonna go with this front bumper, which kind of removes those other things. I'm gonna go with the second one. For the rear bumper, of course, don't think you need the spoiler. Of course, we can go with this one. And of course, for the wheels, I'm gonna go with semi-slick. You can go any of the tires if you want, but I think I'm gonna go with semi-slick. Or even you can go with vintage race tire compound, which kind of matches the vintage theme for the car. I think I will go with the vintage race tire compound. Then we're gonna make tires a bit wider for the rear as well. I think I'm gonna leave the stock wheels because in the cartoon they have stock wheels, and other than that we changed the bumper so that it matches well. Now for the brakes, I'm gonna go add some bigger brakes. Gonna lower the suspension a bit, and this, add some anti-roll bars. Of course I'm lightening the car a bit. So even though I added a turbo, but the car starts I guess still in D class, and I guess it's 340. I guess we're gonna add some more performance first. We're gonna go upgrade the turbo. You're gonna hear the turbo. Then of course we're gonna upgrade the camshaft. Okay, next minute ago is gonna go into drivetrain. I'm gonna add a race clutch, a race transmission. Then I'm gonna add a race driveline. Of course, I'm gonna do a race differential. So here we are. We're pretty much done with the essentials of the car for the performance, and as you can see, now it makes around 178 horsepower, which is kind of low, or like less as compared to the other engines, but let's be honest, it's an old flat 4 engine, so you could not tune it that much. Although I could have used different engine swap, but I guess for the sake of the bit of originality, I think I'm gonna go with these flat 4 and upgrade it. But now comes the interesting part, so I'm gonna try to paint the car. Because since the Beetle is yellow in color, we can go with this yellow, but I'm gonna a bit fine tune it. Yeah, I feel like this one is fine. As for the colors of the rims, I think I'm gonna go here and just gonna fine tune the color a bit. Here we go. And as for the brake calipers, although they won't be noticeable, I'm gonna just paint them red because I really like red brake calipers. And we're almost done with the paint, but we got one more thing to do, and we're gonna save this. I'm gonna add a small decal to the hood of the car, and I'm gonna go shape space. So gonna search Autobot, and perfect, there we go. We got so many options, but I think I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, it's big. I'm gonna make it a bit shorter. Yeah, I feel like this one much will be fine, and we're gonna make them straight. Next thing we're gonna go is gonna and this is how the car looks at the bull. In my opinion, it matches exactly well, of course, because there was nothing much cosmetic change and it was basically stuck in the cartoon as well. But although we need to add the sticker so we can of course show that it's Autobot and it's Autobot insignia. As you can see, the rear of the car. And perfect matches well. So next time we're gonna go is gonna do a small test drive in our newly built Volkswagen Beetle. Well guys, looks like we're at the end of the video. I hope you really enjoyed the video. If you really enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course like the video and share with your friends and family members. And of course, if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to the channel, because if there are gonna be more people who subscribe to the channel, of course, and understand what you guys want to watch. Of course, till the next video, goodbye.